Imagine waking up tomorrow, standing in front of the mirror, looking at the person staring back at you. Now, think about the life you're living, the dreams you've been carrying, the goals that seem so far out of reach. It feels impossible, doesn't it? You've tried before, you've failed before, and maybe, just maybe, you're wondering if it's even worth trying again. But what if I told you that everything you've ever wanted, everything you've dreamed of, could be just a few small steps away? What if the secret to success isn't one massive leap, but a series of tiny, almost insignificant actions? What if those little steps are actually the key to massive results? Now, let that sink in for a moment. What if your breakthrough is closer than you think, and all you need to do is take the next step? There's a story I want to share with you. It's about a man just like you who found himself at a crossroads. He had big dreams, but no idea how to reach them. His name was John, and like so many of us, he looked at his goals and saw only a mountain of obstacles. It was too much, too hard, too impossible. But John didn't let the mountain scare him. He didn't stand at the base and try to climb it all at once. Instead, he took one small step. And you know what happened next? The unexpected. What John didn't realize is that every small step, no matter how insignificant it seemed at the time, was laying a foundation. Each tiny choice led him one step closer to where he wanted to be. But what really happened? What was the result of all those small steps? Let's hold on to that for a minute, because the answer might surprise you. The truth is, most of us don't fail because we aren't capable. We fail because we don't take those small steps. We wait for the perfect moment, the big break, the massive leap that will solve everything. But life doesn't work that way. It's the daily, consistent actions that lead to success. Take a moment to think about your own life. Is there something you've been putting off? Something you've been waiting for the perfect time to start? Maybe you've been telling yourself you don't have enough time, enough money, enough energy. But here's a question. How can you make time for something that matters most? John, the man I told you about, didn't have everything figured out. In fact, he often felt like he was failing. But there's one thing John did that many of us miss. He kept taking small steps forward, even when it felt like nothing was changing. He knew that consistency, not perfection, was a path to success. And guess what happened? John eventually looked up from his journey, and he had climbed higher than he ever thought possible. The dream that once seemed so distant, it was now within his grasp. But the real magic wasn't in the big results. No, it was in the way those small steps built momentum. They started a chain reaction that couldn't be stopped. And that's exactly how massive results are born. Every time John took a step, no matter how small, he moved closer to becoming the person he had always wanted to be. And the incredible thing is, you can do the same. Think about it. What would happen if you started today with just one small step? What if you committed to taking that step, no matter how small, every single day? Would that make a difference in your life? What if just one action every day changed everything? That's the beauty of small steps. They compound over time. But here's where things get interesting. Because it's easy to believe that small steps don't matter, that they won't lead to anything. But John's story, your story, it's all about what happens when you trust the process. And here's the catch. If you don't take that first step, you'll never see the results that come from it. But it doesn't stop there. Here's what you need to remember. Success doesn't require you to be perfect. It requires you to take action, the smallest actions, the tiny steps that others overlook, because those tiny steps add up. So right now, look at your life. Take a deep breath. What's one thing you could do today, just one thing, that will set you on the path to where you want to be? It doesn't need to be big. It doesn't need to be perfect. Just one small step. And then another. And then another. Because success is not about what you do in one massive moment. It's about what you do consistently over time. Now, here's the kicker. What happens next? That's a question for you to answer. Because I can tell you that the path is right in front of you. All it takes is one small step to begin. So will you take that step? Or will you keep waiting for the perfect time? It's your move. I'll share the incredible power of compounding effort and why small steps might be the secret you've been missing all along. You won't want to miss it. I want you to think about the one small step you can take today. Write it down, commit to it, and when you do, let me know how it went. I believe in you, and I can't wait to see where your small steps lead. But remember, your journey doesn't end here. Stay tuned, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications. You're about to witness something incredible. Imagine waking up one day and realizing that everything you worked for is suddenly within your reach. The dreams you thought were too big to touch are now just a few steps away. And what if I told you that you could trace that success back to something so small, so simple, that you almost overlooked it? Small steps. That's all it took. But here's the twist. You see, most people don't realize that these small steps are more powerful than we ever give them credit for. What if I told you that this seemingly insignificant progress is actually the secret to transforming your life? This isn't just about reaching a goal. This is about creating momentum that changes everything. We left off with John, the man who took those small steps, even when the results weren't immediate. The key here is understanding why small steps matter so much. Because what you do today will determine who you become tomorrow. But here's the real question. How does this small action become something massive? How do small actions compound into life-changing results? Let's break it down. Imagine you're at the base of a huge mountain. You're staring up at it, and it feels like it's impossible to climb. But here's the thing. No one climbs a mountain in one giant leap. They climb it step by step, and each step, though small, builds upon the last. It's not just about the destination. It's about the journey. John's journey wasn't about grand gestures or quick fixes. It was about showing up day after day, even when things seemed slow. But as time passed, he noticed something. Every day, those small steps started adding up. This is where it gets good. Success isn't about making huge, dramatic moves. It's about doing the right thing every day, even when it doesn't seem like it's making a difference. You don't need to run a marathon today. But can you walk? You don't need to change your entire life right now. But can you start with one tiny habit that moves you forward? That's the secret. And the best part? These small actions build on each other. Momentum is the key to transforming small actions into massive results. Here's an example. Think about a snowball rolling down a hill. At first, it's small, barely noticeable. But as it keeps rolling, it collects more snow, gets bigger, and starts picking up speed. By the time it reaches the bottom of the hill, it's unstoppable. That's what happens with your small steps. They might seem insignificant at first, but they're building something powerful, something that can't be ignored. And the best part is, you don't even have to work hard for it. You just have to be consistent. Let me give you an example. Let's say your goal is to get in shape. You're not going to wake up tomorrow and run a marathon, right? But if you commit to taking just 10 minutes every day to walk or stretch, something incredible happens. At first, 10 minutes seem so small, but after a week, you're feeling stronger. After a month, you're walking longer. You're healthier. And it all started with 10 minutes. What you might not realize is that those small steps are now stacking up to form the foundation of a new identity. You're no longer just someone who wants to be fit. You become someone who consistently takes care of their body. And that's how lasting change happens. This is the power of compounding. Small, simple actions, repeated consistently, create massive results over time. But here's the catch. You have to stick with it. It's easy to think that big things come from big actions, but the truth is, small steps are the most powerful of all. John didn't see the big results overnight, but he trusted the process. He didn't let the slow days discourage him. Instead, he focused on what he could do today. And over time, his small steps added up to something incredible. Here's the key. The most successful people in the world didn't get there by chance. They got there because they were consistent. They didn't wait for the perfect moment or the perfect plan. They took action, and they took it every single day, no matter how small. Now, think about your own life. What's one small thing you can do today to move forward? It doesn't have to be big, but it does have to be consistent. Because those small actions, they're not just actions, they're building your future. But I'll leave you with this. Are you ready to take that first small step today? Because what happens next will change your life. Stay tuned, I'll show you how to overcome the one thing that holds most people back from taking those small steps, and how you can break free from it. Take a moment right now. Think about that one small step. Write it down. Commit to it. And tomorrow, take action. Don't wait for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. Only now. Take that first step. Let me know how it goes. Subscribe, and don't forget to turn on your notifications. You're about to discover something life-changing. You've been taking small steps, right? You've committed to that one action each day, and you started to feel the momentum build. But here's the truth. There's something that could still hold you back. What if I told you that even though you're moving forward, you might be carrying something that's stopping you from reaching your full potential? It's not your dreams that are the problem. It's not your ability. It's not even your effort. It's fear. Fear has a way of creeping in. And when it does, it can stop us in our tracks. It convinces us that those small steps aren't enough, that the road is too long, or that we're just not cut out for success. But fear, my friend, is an illusion. So, how do we break free from fear? How do we keep taking those small steps, even when doubt creeps in? Let's talk about that. Imagine this. You're at the top of your game, feeling confident, ready to take on anything. You put in the work, taken the steps, and now the finish line is in sight. But then doubt. Maybe it's a comment from someone close to you, telling you that you'll never make it. Or maybe it's that voice inside your head telling you, what if I fail? It's the same thing John went through. After months of small steps, after laying down the groundwork, John had moments of panic. What if nothing ever changes? What if he'd wasted all this time for nothing? Here's what he realized. Fear is normal, but it doesn't have to control you. And here's the kicker. Fear will always be there. It's a part of every journey. But how we respond to fear, that's what sets us apart. It's the difference between quitting and pushing through. The key to breaking through fear is action. In those moments when fear threatens to paralyze you, remind yourself of this. Action diminishes fear. Think about a time when you were afraid to do something. Maybe it was speaking in front of a crowd or trying something new. But the moment you took that first step, the fear didn't go away, but it lessened. And as you kept moving, it lost its grip on you. The same thing happens when you commit to those small steps. Action creates momentum. The more you act, the more your confidence builds, and the more fear fades into the background. John faced this every single day. There were days when he didn't want to show up, when fear made him want to quit. But every time he took that small step, he pushed fear aside. He showed himself that he could keep going. And what did he find out? Fear wasn't the enemy. It was just a feeling that passed when he chose to keep going. Here's the powerful truth. The more you take action, the less fear controls you. It becomes a whisper in the background instead of a voice screaming in your ear. But there's something even more important than fear. Something that holds even more power than action itself. It's belief. John didn't just push through fear with action. He did something else. He started to believe that his small steps were enough. He stopped waiting for a huge breakthrough. He stopped waiting for things to be perfect. And that belief, it became his driving force. Because here's what you need to know. Your belief in yourself is the most powerful tool you have. When you believe that your small steps will lead to something big, you are unstoppable. The key to overcoming fear and doubt isn't just action. It's faith in the process. So, right now, take a moment. Close your eyes. Visualize where you want to be. Now, imagine that every small step you've taken is bringing you closer to that vision. Can you feel the shift? That's the power of belief. And it's in your hands. You have the power to turn your small steps into massive results. But here's the real question. What will you do when fear shows up next time? Will you let it stop you? Or will you keep going, knowing that every step is taking you closer to the person you want to become? I can't wait to show you the final secret to making your small steps work for you. What will truly make those small actions turn into a life you can be proud of. It's not what you think. Stay tuned. I want you to do something today. The next time fear shows up, I want you to take that step anyway. Show yourself that fear doesn't have control over you. And don't just do it once. Do it every single day. Let your small steps create the life you've always dreamed of. Remember, You are stronger than you think, and your future is waiting for you to take that next step. So will you take it? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. So here we are. You've been on this journey with me. We've talked about the power of small steps. We've faced a fear that holds us back, and we've built momentum. But now, I'm going to share the most powerful secret of all. The one thing that turns those small steps into something truly life-changing. Are you ready? Because this isn't just about taking action or overcoming fear. It's about how you use your small steps to create something bigger than yourself. It's about purpose. Throughout this journey, we've seen how John kept moving forward. We've seen how he took those small steps, even when it seemed like they weren't getting him anywhere. But now, I want to ask you something crucial. Why are you taking these steps? Because this is where most people miss the mark. They focus so much on the goal, on the destination, that they forget why they're moving forward in the first place. You see, small steps aren't just a way to get from one place to another. They're a way to align yourself with your purpose. They're the fuel that keeps you going when the road gets tough. They're the reason you push through the tough days, the failures, and the doubts. So what's your purpose? What is the real reason you're doing this? John didn't just take small steps because he wanted to get ahead. He took them because he wanted to become someone who lived with intention, someone who could make a difference, someone who was proud of the life they built. The secret to making small steps work for you isn't about the steps themselves. It's about knowing what those steps are leading to. When you align your small steps with your purpose, you give each action meaning. You give yourself a reason to keep going. And that's when the magic happens. You might be wondering, how do I find my purpose? It's simpler than you think. Your purpose is the thing that excites you, the thing that makes you feel alive. It's the thing you're willing to keep fighting for, even when it gets hard. It's the reason you wake up every day and keep moving forward, even when the road is long. John found his purpose in the simple belief that he could make a difference, both in his own life and in the lives of others. Each small step he took wasn't just about getting closer to his goal. It was about becoming the person who could reach that goal with pride. Purpose turns ordinary steps into extraordinary ones. It turns action into transformation. And when you find your purpose, you unlock something incredible. But there's more. Once you find that purpose, it's not about doing more. It's about doing what matters most. It's about focusing your energy on what truly matters and making each small step count. John's breakthrough didn't come because he suddenly did more. It came when he realized that every step he took was leading him to something bigger than just himself. And that's the final secret. Purpose gives your small steps power. It's time to look at your own life and ask, what is the purpose behind my actions? What's driving me forward? When you know the answer to that, you'll see that every small step you take is a piece of a much bigger picture. Here's the final question for you. What are you building with your small steps? What legacy will you leave behind? What kind of life are you creating, step by step? Because the small steps you take today don't just lead you to your goals. They shape the kind of person you become and the impact you have on the world around you. Now, it's time for you to take action. Reflect on your purpose. Think about the small steps you can take to move towards it and commit to them. Don't let fear, doubt, or uncertainty stop you. Your purpose is waiting for you. And don't just stop here. Keep moving. Keep taking those small steps, no matter how slow they may seem. The truth is, you are capable of achieving more than you think. And with every step, you are building a life that's worth living. The power is in your hands. So take that step right now, commit to it, and watch as those small steps turn into massive results. Thank you for being part of this journey with me. I can't wait to see where your small steps take you. Don't forget to subscribe, share your journey with us, and keep taking those small steps every day. Your future is waiting. Your journey is just beginning. Keep walking, keep believing, keep stepping forward. Because with small steps, massive results are waiting for you. See you on the other side.